Hey guys, Rushing 3 here. Let's hit it. All right, back to the main story, guys. All right.
Oi, don't touch anything.
Wait a minute. If you say don't touch anything, why are you serving me that? Shit's weird. Anyways.
You are fortunate to have fallen into the dame's good graces, but her influence wanes the further you stray from Northreach. Remember that, my wayward lamb.
What's this? A branded? Where's your master? Must I call for the constable?
I come to you from Northreach, at the behest of the dame. Perhaps you've heard of her.
Why, of course I have. I am the good lady's servant. What is it that she requires of me?
Rumor has it you were seen arguing with a soldier some few days ago. A soldier with a scar over his eye.
Yes, that's right. He had a comb which he claimed was an antique. Said he wanted to trade it for a newer one. But old though it was, an antique it most certainly was not, as I told him. Nevertheless, he insisted that it was of great value and was quite vehement about my appraisal. I stood firm, however, and for all his bluster, he still purchased a new comb, albeit an inexpensive one.
And do you know where he went after that?
My customers aren't usually in the habit of telling me whither they are bound, but as it happens, this one did. Yonder ruins, strange as it may sound.
My thanks.
Not at all. I would do anything for the dame. Anything. Be sure and tell her, won't you, that I was helpful. I mean, most helpful. As I told you, the soldier made no secret of his destination. He said the ruins were the perfect place for him to ask his beloved Dauzabel for her hand in marriage.
Very strange. Very obsessive.
If you want my advice, find the merchant quick and speak to him.
It smells of death here, Torgal. Wolves. We can't let them get any closer to the village.
There, boy! Stay down! Stay down! Sick of Torgal! Don't let them get away! Oh well!
Damn it all. Bodies. A man and a woman. Well, the wolves have been busy. But the blood is long dry. So it is you, Tatien.
If that's true, then the body next to hers will be Yannick's. The girl Yannick went off to see every night. You said her name was Tatien.
You... Did you follow me?
Now, why would I do that? Unless you think I'd have good reason to. But no. I was sent to find Yannick. By the looks of things, I have.
We both found who we were searching for.
Nah, he was a jealous sod. Couldn't stand the thought of his woman with someone else. Then one day he sees her with a new comb. Thinks she's got herself a new gallant. Tells the garrison he's gonna find the man and kill him. We know it's all talk, but then he disappears off to Moor for some dealings and doesn't come back.
If you mean this comb, it was a gift from the dame.
If only Yannick had bothered to ask, eh? He might not be rotting on a hill.
I think he meant to ask her something else. He stole the old comb and bought her a new one in the hope they'd wed.
Wed? Where would they have gone? Certainly not back to Northreach with a dame waiting. And we all know what happens to deserters. Tell the dame I'm sorry for her loss. When the lads come to collect Yannick's body, I'll see that Tatien is delivered to the Vale.
Is that wise?
Oh, there won't be any covering up this mess. The most we can hope for is that the dame doesn't hold it against us. Speaking of which, I saw her in Moor just now. Could you tell her what happened? Might sound better coming from you.
I need to tell Isabel. Perhaps the comb will give her something to remember Tatien by.
Looks like he died defending her. It makes complete sense. I knew something bad was gonna happen, and I was right. Damn. Sad, but yeah, this is Final Fantasy 16. I would say the darkest Final Fantasy in a long time. Except for Final Fantasy 6 is pretty dark as well.
If it was a message that needed delivering, I could have seen to it, milady.
Of course you could, had it not been personal. You are still in one piece, I see. You will be pleased to hear that your companions have arrived. They said they would meet you at a little chapel to the east of here.
Thank you, but you needn't have come all this way just to tell me. I was on my way to see you.
You found her then? I see. My dear Tatien. It is by no means uncommon for a client to fall for a courtesan. Especially a client who's young and far from home. But rarely do such tales have happy endings.
I found this with Tatien. I believe it was yours.
Thank you for returning it. I shall see that it has a place on her pyre.
I should go.
Before you do, I have one last gift. A token of my thanks. The Vale counts among its patrons several high-ranking officers of the Imperial Army. According to one of the looser-tongued gentlemen, it would appear that the legions are planning to march south.
Or to mention the same thing.
But did he mention that it was all of the legions? This is no mere skirmish. Were I to guess, I'd say the Emperor planned to abandon the capital. But that couldn't possibly be true now, could it? Take care, Clive.
I will. And thank you again.
It amuses me that Cid would choose a chapel for your rendezvous. There never was a more unrepentant soul in all the realm.
That's funny. All right, let's go to that chapel over here. It's a good thing we explored everything.
Weren't expecting any new branded until the new moon.
Did you tell her, the dame, how I helped to find the girl? You wouldn't have without me, you know.
The dame said you would be coming. Your friends are waiting at the chapel atop the hill. Go now.
Our hungry probably wants them the credit. Sorry about that.
Any trouble on the way?
None worth mentioning.
As I was telling Jill, it's worse than I thought. The capital's crawling with soldiers.
And here I am, the deserter come home.
Which is why we'll be taking the back door. Cheer up, you two. Can't think of a safer place in the Empire than a... brothel.
Really? Doesn't seem very private.
So then, how do we proceed?
We'll be using the glass gate. Tonight, just after sunset.
Where the shards are loaded for transport. That is one of the most heavily guarded points in all of Sambrek.
But not the most, which is a start. Besides, I know a shortcut straight to the heart.
A shortcut. And how exactly did you come to know about this fatal chink in the Empire's armor?
Let's just say I may have attempted something similar before. And may have ended up running for dear life after being discovered by Bahamut, but that's not important.
Sid, if the Mother Crystals truly are the cause of the Blight...
If? You wound me, Jill.
What I'm trying to say is, if the powers that be know all of this, why do they sit idle and allow it to continue?
In case you haven't noticed, the God-fearing people of this realm and their pious leaders care for but one thing, themselves. And they'll do whatever it takes to hold on to power. The rest of us are just a means to an end. The moment you raise your voice against them, you're decried as an outlaw, clapped in irons and slung in a cell to rot.
An outlaw.
Whoever controls the crystals controls the realm. But our kind can wield magic without them. To our rulers, we must seem the most convenient of tools. And the most dangerous.
But what makes them think they have the right to use us? To leave us to die when our bodies are spent?
Does a nobleman weep for a broken mug? A torn tunic? Our fate means nothing to them. No, this isn't a battle you can win with words. Believe me, I've tried, but nothing ever gets through. The world is simply not ready to listen. So to hell with talking. If they won't give us a say, we'll decide our fates another way. You can't blame a man for wanting to bring an end to all this, can you?
I can't. But what of all the people you mean to rob of their comforts? Are you happy for them to call you outlaw?
Sid the Outlaw. Aye, that'll do me.
You might at least pretend to take this seriously.
Have a little faith, Jill. Even if you don't think much of my choice of digs. If it means my deeds will be remembered, I'll gladly play the role of villain. But first, we have a gate to crash. And once we're in, there'll be no turning back. So you best make ready. The world won't save itself.
I'm going to see if there's some new side quests. Probably not, because I don't see any on the map. But I'm going to see if there's some side quests. And what else I want to see? New materials, shop, you know, the rest of that crap. You know, new sets of crap. Probably not, though.
We're counting on you. You and Jill both.
I heard Otto barking at his lot earlier. Didn't sound happy.
What do you suppose it could be?
They see I'm busy here. So, what'll it be? And?
Wanted to send a message, most likely.
The reports from Eastpool are...
All right. Quick look. Think you can help?
Young had so many uses.
And how might this old soul be of... You wish to study the tomes?
The dame, an ally of Sid's cause, who makes her home in the North Reach. It was she who informed the highway of the redeployment of the Sambraquois legions following their chastening by Willowed at Balenius Tor, and she who was secured Clive's passage through the North Reach checkpoint. Isabel, proprietress of the Vale, North Reach's foremost house of ill repute and one of Sid's trusted collaborators. Isabel is much admired by the populace for her elegance and refinement qualities that have earned her the title, the Dame. Makes sense. North Reach, a small town which doubles as defensive gateway to Sambric's holy capital of Oriflame. It was originally a purely military outpost, a towering bastion constructed to prevent land-based assaults on the capital from the southwest. To this day, a heavily guarded checkpoint ensures that none can pass through the wall without prior authorization, and as such, the need to linger here prior to entering has led to the rise of a thriving market and various other commercial enterprises on the wall southern side. The garrison, however, along with the inns and brothels most of the soldiers frequent, as well as the residences of the nobles who make North Reach their home, remain on the northern side. Moore, a farming village located in the rye field of the Royal Meadows, not far from the Sambraquois capital of Oriflame. Her residents harbor a strong hatred for bears, more even than elsewhere in the Empire, making it a very dangerous place to visit for those who bear its brand. Yeah, that place was jacked up. Gel, Otto's lackey, tasked not only with keeping the ledgers, but with reading and ensuring the myriad reports that enter the hideaway and arranging assistance for those in need. Born a bearer, Gout was kept as a slave to an Oriflame tavern whose keeper would beat him bloody. After being thrown out onto the city streets as punishment for a minor mistake, it was fortunately found by Otto, who took him back to the highway. That's nuts. The Vale, North Reach's premier house of companionship. While it is frequented mainly by Sambric's nobility and military, Lady Isabel welcomes all desire in the coin to partake of the pleasures her skilled courtesans and courtiers offer. Few establishments the Empire are as well loved or as often visited. Glorious, a key strategic point in central Sambric. Its location just south of Oriflame makes it a vital first line of defense against any assault on the holy capital. The road from Northreach to Cair Norvent and beyond to the Crystal Belt bisects the area, ensuring the constant traffic of Sambraquois soldiers and traveling merchants. The Dragon's Eyrie, a gently sloping plain stretching east from the Sambraquois checkpoint of Northreach. As the name implies, it is heavily populated with all manner of wild worms as well, and as such, the lands remain relatively unspoiled by mankind. Though the penalties for illicit trade in crystals are severe, with demand far outstripping supply, many still dabble in the black market. Slave masters, those who own and manage bearer slaves, A bearer must always obey the orders of his or her master and are largely forbidden from acting independently, even from speaking without express permission when it is necessary to relinquish supervision of a bearer, just as when dispatching one on an errand. Masters will often affix the emblem of their house or business to the slave's clothing, that they are not mistaken for an escapee. Raptors, though still widely believed by the common folk of Sambrek to be the sinister dragons on account of their leathery wings, meagerness of plumage, and distinct ability to spit fire, learned scholars have long since concluded that these deceptively reptilian creatures are none other than birds of prey, which over countless of centuries of hunting creatures on the ground have simply lost their capability for flight. I don't know, seem very dragon-like to me. Shit. Vultures, opportunistic avians that, like many other predatory birds, prefer to stealthily swoop down on foes from above and skewer them with their razor-sharp beaks. Though they are thought to primarily feed on carrion, traveling in large flocks in search of the dead and dying, it is not uncommon for vultures to attack living prey when times are lean. If you happen to hear their eerily human-like calls and scorching warbles, it is best to find cover and quickly. Yeah, sounds like it makes sense. Dragonets. Lesser dragons known for their nimbleness and flight. Those specimens of the Semperquoian subspecies, known more commonly as the worm or worm, are somewhat easily tamed and as such widely employed in battle by the Imperial legions.
You are always welcome, Clive.
What's much information I'm giving them? I mean, I'm his top information broker.
Do you need any help, Miss Molly?
I don't know. Clive, was it? Yes? What? Going purse weighing you down? Is that all?
Clive! You're all right! I thought you might be...
There are not nearly enough men here.
Then it's fortunate the city guard doesn't take sentry assignment as seriously as you do. This bodes well.
Won't be a first. This may not be such a terrible plan after all.
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
Only that your last secret shortcut was nowhere near as secret as you claimed.
Yeah, but that's half the fun of it. Life's too short for perfect plans. You want a plan that'll keep you on your toes, stop you growing old and complacent.
Worked for you, has it?
Clive, my boy, even life's smallest challenges offer the opportunity to grow and to change. You must embrace these moments. Allow them to suffuse your heart with a deep sense of fulfillment.
Narrowly escaping death at the hands of an enemy is not my idea of fulfillment.
Something wrong?
Not at all. Just wondering if the two of you had finished.
Right. We make for the Mother Crystal's heart as planned. Destroy it and the whole thing should come tumbling down.
And if the passage to the inner sanctum is guarded?
Then we embrace the moment and use it to grow and change. Come on, this way. Try to stay out of sight.
Obviously.
Don't worry, the passage is empty.
Yo, I got four party members, man. That's intense.
All right, not quite empty. Let's get this over with.
One single man from reaching the sanctum, so shut your gob and keep your eyes open.
They're not from the garrison.
I swear this passage used to be secret.
Of course it did.
Perfect plans, Clive. Perfect plans.
I was really hoping I'd be able to counter it, counter that magic spell, but I guess he was aiming for Sid. That sucked.
They never stood a chance.
You're welcome.
The main tunnel.
That would be my guess. There are sentries everywhere.
And all good things must come to an end. We might have a bit more company from now on.
Captain! To arms, men! Summon the cannoneer! At once!
I think this may be the moment I was talking about earlier.
What have we here? More insects come to be squashed? You will find my mortar and I only too happy to oblige.
With a talker.
Then let's shut him up.
There, boy! Keep your distance, boy! Not this time.
You feel that? Something in the air.
Ether. It's ether.
Then we better make this quick. You know what to do, boy. Get him! You know what to do, boy. Give them all you've got, boy. There, boy. My wounds, boy.
Poor wretch.
Save your pity. You'll get none in return. There's nothing left of him but hatred and rage.
Let's end his torment. Not this time. Sick of Torgal. There, boy. Torgal. Get him.
I'll never get used to that. Akashic or no, he was still a man. A man who drowned in ether.
It's no way for anyone to go.
Come on.
Akashic, the irreversible change brought about by living beings' overexposure to aether. Creatures are stripped of any intelligence or sense of self they may once have had and become a suffused of life force, usually manifesting in extreme strength and aggression. Flora can also turn, resulting in their twisted overgrowth. Those with ethereal tolerance, however, such as dominance and bearers, are less likely to turn Akashic. Cool, that's nice.
Guard duty's a death sentence in this place. Not that Sylvester cares. Breathe deep of the blessing, my friends. You've said being a dominant doesn't have its benefits.
Sid, this is an ether flood.
There shouldn't be one here, should there? The workers couldn't survive this.
Well, it wasn't here last time, I can tell you that. Which means we need to be quick. The ether won't hurt us, but I'd rather not find out what it's done to everyone else.
One plot hole here is, why isn't it affecting Torgal?
The miners. The guards.
Too far gone. The ether's made monsters of them. What we can do now is put them out of their misery.
Isabel said she thought the Empire might be planning to abandon the capital. Could this be why?
She said you could call her Italy. Never mind. If ever there was a reason to up sticks, an ether flood would be it. Fuck me. Those guards at the gate. They weren't there to keep people out.
They were there to keep the Akashic in.
like we can crawl under there.
Doesn't look that far. Right. Why, yo? Whoa. Some help.
Hold on.
Not quite as spry as I used to be.
I'll take that as a thank you.
Look on the bright side, eh? At least you won't get lost.
No way back. War cry. Some opponents will use a war cry to invigorate themselves, enhancing their performance in battle. Look for the icon. Try to defeat them before they can deal too much damage. Yeah.
Sick of Toggle. That's enough. Wake! Get him! Not this time. Flames to me! Stay down!
Alright guys, thank you for watching. It's all for this one. Brunsner 3 out.